delicious.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Arroz con Leche podcast, starring yours truly, Nick, aka Arroz, and mi amigo, Drew, aka Leche. Drew, say hi to the folks.
I just want to compliment you on your double R right there. You really sounded very, very Hispanic. I'm proud of you.
You will realize throughout spending some time with us that I am one of the worst Spanish people you'll ever meet in your life. Just can't roll the R's. They told me it's genetic, and I'm running with it.
It's genetic. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So, guys, I just want to give you a quick, rundown of how this podcast is going to work. Basically, we're going to be here talking about fairly serious matters where, we think that as millennials, our generation kind of gets thrown into these wild generic opinions, and we think that it's time to start, really becoming individuals. So we're going to go ahead and have some good topics for you today. Also, we're going to try to keep it short, hopefully around 15 to 20 minutes. Not everyone has a whole hour to 2 hours to listen to things. And we're going to do it through a series of segments. So when we introduce a segment, it's kind of going to give you a view or a frame of how we're going to attack that topic at hand. So I guess without further ado, we're going to start with our first segment, which we have titled Catch of the Day. As everyone knows, if you've ever been to a restaurant, the catch of the day is always the special fish. Now, we are using the catch of the day to show people some fishy situations that we're seeing in the world. So for today, that topic is going to be Jussie Smollett, who I'm sure you all already have heard the name.
Sketchball.
It's gotten rough. So basically, a quick background. Jussie Smollett is an African-American gay actor who acted on Empire, who recently left a club.
Decent singer, too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Decent singer.
He's on Empire for a reason. And he left I don't know if it was it a performance or was it a nightclub? What was he doing?
To tell you the truth, I'm not 100% sure. I don't even want to give out false information.
No problem. That's a good way to go. So what we will say, though, is he left wherever he was around 1:30, 2 in the morning, where he was then supposedly attacked by two white men in MAGA hats who beat him up, threw a noose around his neck, called him the N-word, called him the F-word, which, I'm just not going to say it for my gay friends out there right now. And since then, it started a whole circus in the media. Basically, we've been dealing with things like, if you don't believe him, you hate gay people. If you don't believe him, you're racist. And let's be clear here. Both Democrats and Republicans on both sides there were some details here that they were a little sketched out about. So, So, Drew, you want to give me your thoughts on the fishiness of the story?
I mean, it's very sketchy. First off, the story just sounded almost too I don't want to say too good because that's never good, that situation, but it sounded too phony. Everything sounded so perfect. He was even wearing the noose after he left, which was a little sketch. And you actually ended up finding out that the two people who supposedly attacked him, one was black.
Both were black.
Both were black?
They were both Nigerian brothers.
But the brothers, right?
Correct.
And one was on the TV show.
Correct.
With him as an extra, and the other one was just his brother.
Yeah. So yeah, you're completely right. I mean, basically, what we were handed is a caricature of a racist situation. Like, basically, we got hit with the royal flush. Like, it wasn't just a guy in a MAGA hat. It wasn't just a guy with a noose. It wasn't just a guy yelling the N-word and the F-word and all this stuff. It was literally
going to the extreme of everything.
It's the Sistine Chapel.
That's a good way to put it.
Of racist events.
I like it.
Which made it sketchy from the get. Now that we know that most of it was a ruse and that he paid these guys to basically beat him up and then went on every talk show in America, we are left in the aftermath of this situation, and it's a mess, guys. It is a mess. Now,
I look at it as, was he just seeking attention? Because what in your brain is telling you to do something this, for lack of better words, fucked up,
I mean, I guess I have to assume he kind of gave himself the white knight title, It was he thought he could save certain people or make a conversation happen. I'm not agreeing with it because he absolutely messed up.
Because ignorant way to do it.
Absolutely. Huh? What he did do is he made it so much harder for people to deal with hate crimes because there's going to be so much skepticism now. There already is. Let's be real.
Right,
For
the boy who
minorities,
cried wolf.
oh, absolutely. But for minorities to begin with, you have to go through 10 layers of proving yourself in any evidence in any situation, whether that's guilty or innocent. Now that he's done this, what are you going to have to go through now just to prove it? And not only that, now you're going to have the skeptics on the black side that are going to be like, man, exactly. But now you have to hope he's telling the truth, because if not, there's so much damage being done to you.
Well, I think that's just kind of the problem with the world is so many people are using race as this way for attention, to gain attention. And I also heard that he was actually being killed off the show. I don't know if that's 100% true.
Fox has been saying statements contrary to that. I don't know if they're, there's a possibility they were holding out. Like, if it's true, we got to say we weren't going to do it.
Well, correct. But what if they were going to kill him off, and now he's got so much attention and so much notoriety that now they want to keep him on the show because it would keep more viewers looking, more viewers watching?
Well, I think it's backfired at this point. At this point, I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you never know. Sometimes publicity, any type of publicity is good.
I've seen,
which is scary.
On my social feeds, I'm going to tell you right now, my black friends and my white friends, both pissed.
Good. Pissed. As they should be.
No, absolutely.
And it shouldn't even be a white versus black. It should be a right versus wrong. I mean, what the fuck are you thinking? Going out there and trying to make this huge scene pretty much for some attention. Yeah,
I mean, but like, let's be real. Anything that is that's the thing. He added the elements that made it a race thing, which is why it became a race thing. He added the MAGA hats, all the he literally, he produced the situation.
Right.
And
go ahead. I wonder if it was actually like a publicist that told him he should do this, or if this was his own idea and told these guys, hey, do this, act like you're mugging me and all this shit, and this is what it's come to. I wonder who had the actual idea, because whoever had the actual idea is a jackass.
Well, yes. I'm going to assume it was him acting, on his own regard. But then again, that's just an assumption. All I know is whoever made the idea, they came up with one of the worst ideas ever. Awful. And like you said, like, people definitely use race and, just divisiveness as a form of attention.
Right. And I mean, it brings you into the topic that's going crazy right now with everybody doing the blackface stunt.
You know what? I'm going to stop you there, because that actually brings us into our second segment, which is called Change My Mind. Because I really do want to talk about this, because, like he said, like, people using blackface for attention, like Gucci. Yep. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what the excuse was. I heard the excuse. I looked up the excuse. I checked it out. No, it was blackface. You knew exactly what you were doing. And if you did it for attention, you got the wrong attention. Yep. Now, so for this segment, guys, it's called Change My Mind. And what it's going to do is we're going to have Drew play a person that isn't himself. And he's going to give an opinion that then he's going to ask me to change his mind about. So today's is, Drew?
Today, Nick, Arroz, change my mind that blackface as a costume doesn't necessarily make you racist. It's the intent that truly matters.
I disagree. So you should definitely change your mind, because any person that thinks it's okay to do blackface, you really got to examine that person for who they are. Because it's one thing to, let's say, intent. So you're saying in your heart, this is how you feel. This isn't how you're putting it out there to the world, blah, blah, blah. This is 2019.
Right.
Everything you do is with a purpose. And if it's not with a purpose, everything you do has some kind of cause and effect to it. There's always going to be something coming back. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you ever wear it?
Me personally?
You personally?
No. But I would hope, and that's just for the straight fact of I wouldn't want the people to have to even think what my intentions were. I don't even want them guessing, because I don't want that type of look ever. But as a white person, if I did it myself, obviously it would be coming from a standpoint of I'm not racist. It's doing it for some humor. But then that goes to show you, if I wouldn't do it, no matter what, just for the controversy, what type of person would do it?
Well, that would be my exact question. My thing would be, like, if you would go into that deep of thought about it.
Right.
And even the fact that you're having the thought, is one thing. But then for you to come out the other side and go, I've realized that there's literally 100 consequences to what I'm doing, and I'm still going to do it. What does that say about you? So you basically said, I know how this is going to come off, and I'm going to do it anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what it says about you. The same thing with the Jussie Smollett thing is you need attention. You're looking for attention. There's no other answer to that question, if you ask me.
Well, it depends though, right? Because like, let's say like the old politicians that they got caught. They got like Virginia basically has like a blackface epidemic in the 70s. They're getting caught for, you know.
Sick.
And that's a way different situation in terms of Gucci. That's attention, 1,000%. But back then, the people that were doing this and the people that are doing it today, that was accepted. It was accepted.
Which is screwed up in its own.
Absolutely.
But it was for a malicious intent.
But the fact that it's nonchalant tells you a lot.
Right.
Because you think about all the thoughts you just said you went through.
Of course.
For someone to nonchalantly get it done, it's inexcusable, right?
Yep. Either the person is not fully thinking, or they're ignorant, or they really don't give two shits.
Which is all wrong.
Exactly.
So, I mean, have I changed your mind?
I'd say you won that argument. You 100% changed my mind.
Exactly. Because you know what? Let's be real. If you have no intent, you have ill intent.
Right.
with that specific thing.
And the bottom line, if you're going to do it, there's no good that can come out of painting your face black if you're white. There's no good. There's nothing, no type of positivity that can come out of that.
Absolutely. And just to one more note on top, I really hate to hear the whiteface arguments because when you do something, your whiteface is almost done to ridicule blackface. That's what it's doing. It's like, we're going to make this ridiculous on this side because it's so ridiculous on this side. Except one is straight up comedy. It's there for laughs, and the other has a lot of background to it.
Right. Well, that's the thing is there's so much background with how African Americans were treated back then, which is sick.
I mean, to this day.
Of course.
So to go out there and parade in a I hate black people costume,
it's sick.
Ridiculous.
Just the fact that even the KKK still exists is disgusting. Like grow the fuck up.
It's great. It's crazy.
It's sick.
This is as Childish Gambino would say, right? This is America.
America's got to do better.
We do, and that's all we can ask for. So I don't want to, these are very heavy topics, and like I said, guys, I really want to keep this short and sweet. Maybe this is a perfect commute to your job.
Exactly.
We don't want you to have to listen for too long. So I'm actually going to cut that segment short, so that we can actually get to our third and final segment of today, which is much lighter than what we've been doing. So this segment is going to be called the penalty box. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, what we're going to do here is I'm going to give a theme, and then we are going to assign penalties to different things that follow that theme. Now, our penalties are going to be 3 penalties. It's going to be a common foul. For anyone that doesn't know, in basketball, a common foul is basically a non-malicious foul that was maybe even done on accident that really isn't a big deal. Then there's a flagrant foul. A flagrant foul comes with intent, almost like the blackface, like we talked about.
Intent, but not completely malicious intent.
No, yeah, I mean, you meant to do it, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Right. Agreed.
And then we're actually going to switch sports to soccer, and we're going to borrow the red card. Because if you've done something so egregious that you really just need to get the fuck out, you're going to get a red card.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, man, I wish people knew that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so, Drew, I'm going to hit you with some online dating profile penalties.
Red flags.
So, you ready for this?
I've been ready, man.
All right, get ready to assign. So our first one is when you go to someone's profile on a dating app, whichever one it may be, Bumble, Tinder, blah, 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 etc., and they only have one picture. What kind of foul is that?
Complete fucking red card. Get the fuck out of
here. Oh, you're throwing them out.
Get the hell out of here. You're done. You're not real, or you're scared to show other pictures. One or the other, but either way, it's a no-go. It's an automatic next. Swipe left.
To be fair, I've matched with a girl with one picture.
Yeah, she wasn't real.
She was the hottest catfish I ever saw. Nah, I'm just
kidding.
My
point exactly. She wasn't real.
No, yeah, I don't know if I'd give it a red card. I'd probably
straight red.
It's flagrant. It's definitely flagrant.
It's definitely not common foul.
No, definitely not. It's definitely more than that. Like you knew what you were doing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a straight red card. I don't know if you can even change my mind on this one. I'm swiping left hard.
I mean, what I will say is if it is one picture and it's blurry,
oh, you're done.
Oh, that's it. That's
2 red cards.
Oh, that's a red card.
Suspended for the next game.
Get him out of here. That's like a stalker waiting to happen or something. But yeah, okay. So red card flagrant. We kind of We know it's bad.
Yeah, it's definitely no good.
Yeah. So our next one is gonna be the bitchy profile type girls. You know, the ones that act like they don't even really want to be on the profile, so they kind of shit on it.
Right.
Like you kind of gave me a good example. Like what do they say? They'll say stuff
like they're saying like I don't really want to be here, and like I won't like you, and I won't like you. I won't like you. You won't like me. So like this is like all like pointless.
Yeah. So basically, they make you feel like an asshole.
Kind of. Yeah. But they're almost in a way that they're doing it to show like, yeah, I don't really like dating sites. I'm not really on here. But like, why else would you be on a dating site unless you were kind of serious?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's hilarious.
Make you feel like an asshole.
Yeah,
I mean, like we're all here at the same. We came to the watering hole for water together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your friend didn't make your profile. Exactly. You did it on purpose.
That's funny. So, what are you giving it?
See, it's definitely not a common foul. I'm gonna give it a flagrant foul. I don't think it immediately throws you out of the ball game, because I like some girls or some people in general just slightly insecure, and that's their kind of defense mechanism. So it's not a get the hell out of here right away, but it's definitely a flagrant foul.
All right, I would actually say common.
Really?
Because I don't think there's ill intent in it. I think it's a strategy that people try to use.
It's a shit strategy.
Hey man, it works sometimes.
For who? You?
No, not me. That's not my strategy. But I know people that use that strategy, and there's some success to it. So I don't think it's that bad. Only because I know both people are doing it.
Okay.
Obviously, I can't speak much to what's happening with girls seeing guys' profiles, and I would love to at one time get a girl here to actually break down, all our red flags, because I know enough guys to know we probably have a million.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but
I probably do half the things I'm giving red cards for on mine.
Oh, right. Drew's such a bitch in his profile.
We're going to have to take pictures of our profiles and post them.
No shots. No shot. No one sees that.
Thank God.
Unless you
Only
match
the
it.
girls, unless you match.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably like, people make fun of me probably somewhere in the world, right?
Oh, for sure.
They're like, look at this.
But honest to God, I've never, ever seen a guy's profile. Like, even my friends.
Oh, yeah. No.
Ever.
I don't want to.
Never.
I want to think you're cool. I know you're not cool on that profile.
Authentic.
Yeah, well,
at least authentic.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we get common and flagrant. So I mean, we know we're not kicking nobody out for it.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
One pick, you're out.
One pick. So what about, speaking of that pick, what if they have a bunch of picks? But what if in every single pick they have a filter?
You have red card.
I
can't, because a filter, I've literally seen, and I don't even want to say some of the ugliest girls, but some unattractive girls look pretty damn decent with some filters. And
oh no, filters are life changing.
Yeah. Life changing. So unless I'm gonna meet you and you still have the filter on, save the filter.
Unless you naturally have stars floating above your head all the time.
And a dog nose.
I mean, hey, cute dog.
Real cute dog, but I don't want to date you.
I hear you. See, now I would say flagrant.
You would say flagrant.
Well, you know what you're doing,
right?
Because I know for a fact that all those dating apps don't have like a place to put filters. It's not like there's a Snapchat camera in your thing.
Of course. And then the other option is, what happens if half their pictures are filtered and the other half are normal?
Well, I mean, if I can get a little thought about what might,
right,
what might be good,
right.
Like, oh, she might actually look like that. That's enough.
Then it's like a common. So
I'm like,
I would say in between a common and a flagrant.
You can't do that. It's not a foul.
All right, give him a flagrant foul.
Okay, thank you. Oh, we agreed. Cool. All right, that's cool. All right, so we're just going to do two more quick ones here. One of them is going to be when a girl has like 5 pictures, they're all with either groups of friends or one other friend, and you have no idea which one the girl is.
And every single picture is with her and her same friend?
No solo pictures.
Of course, her other friend is like pretty good looking, and you're like, I hope it's that one, I hope it's that one, I hope it's that one, I hope it's that one.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm going to give it another flagrant.
Damn, you are
another
rough.
flagrant.
That's
you
common.
Know me though.
That's
I'm picky, and
I know.
And I'm just cut the bullshit out.
You know what?
Just
actually,
real.
I think I changed. I think I'm with you. Actually,
flagrant.
I think it's flagrant because you picked those pictures
exactly,
and you could have definitely
on purpose
picked pictures where I would have known you were you.
Exactly,
and that's bullshit.
And what's the point of even putting up this picture of your good looking friend if you're eventually gonna meet the person? I mean, eventually they're gonna find out.
I will say that I've definitely matched with someone to find out they're not that person.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing, look, listen, and I'm not even saying this as like a conceited person or anything like that, but I am not taking pictures with better looking friends. I'm just not doing it because I don't
It's
want
an
you to have
thing, not a conceited thing.
No,
Slightly.
Yeah. Well, I guess it, but I don't want people to be like, if you're immediately comparing me to my best looking friend, I've lost. Why would I do that to myself?
But more importantly, why do you even have pictures with you and other guys on there as a guy's point of view? Because you're here for one person. You're not here to see who my friends are. You're here to see what I'm about.
Yeah, some of the best pictures are taken in groups, though.
Right. Well,
like our friends have some good.
Well, I'll be honest
pictures.
with you. If a girl has like 1 or 2 pictures with their friends, whatever. As long as the other 3, I'm certain which one you are. Then I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
flagrant.
Yeah, we're together. Okay. Let's see if we can end together. No homo on that one.
There you go.
Yeah. But okay, this one's actually specific for Tinder. Have you ever been on a girl's? Now, let's be real, right? Before I even ask this, in the hierarchy of dating apps, what is Tinder for?
Hookups. Only hookups.
Okay, perfect. Because there is nothing worse than going on Tinder and the girl's whole bio is no hookups. I'll be like, why aren't you on Match?
Right. Or Bumble.
Or literally any of the other ones.
Any other one. Right.
Tinder has the stigma.
Right.
So I'm not going to red card it only because I'm not an extreme guy. But that's got to be flagrant.
See, it's funny. This is the only one I'm going to give a comment foul. I'm going to give it a comment foul. We're just talking about Twitter, right? Or Tinder. Not anything else?
Correct.
So only if it's on Tinder. See, though, like...
I think it's acceptable on other ones.
Yeah, but, like, what if you get lucky and, like, there's a decent-looking girl who just happens to be on Tinder because it's the one she wants to use, and she's really looking for... I don't know. I don't even trust online dating at all.
Well, to be fair, you said, what happens if you get lucky? And the whole point is I'm on those sites because I'm not getting lucky. There is no luck.
True.
There's no
That's
luck.
very
I'm not magically
That's
having
very true.
this beautiful girl show up,
Right.
you know, and she's like, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a little flagrant only because, like, you have other outlets.
Right.
It's like imagine me going to the candy store and being like, no candy. I'm not here to buy candy. They'd be like, then why are you yelling in my store?
Right. I guess I kind of just consider Tinder kind of like a joke. Like, it's kind of like, all right, you're swiping left. Who knows? Most of these people won't even answer messages back. You won't even send them a message. And Tinder just kind of seems like it's kind of like Bush League online dating in a way.
So your whole...
I'm not a big Tinder fan.
That's what it is. That's what it comes out to. So it's the G League.
To me.
The AAF.
The AAF's better than that. The AAF is like Hinge. Hinge is like the AAF. It's underrated. It's got decent content, decent players in there, but yeah, it's not the big leagues yet.
That's funny. So what's your final foul?
I'm gonna give it a comment foul.
Comment foul?
Because Tinder's whatever.
I'm saying flagrant. Don't do that to me. But I love you all anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up here, guys. I think for a first episode that wasn't too bad. We got a lot of stuff out. I'm hoping we held it to a decent time frame so that you're not gonna fall asleep in hour 5. But yeah, thank you very much for coming.
There'll be plenty more too. Keep your eyes and ears out.
Absolutely. Also, I want to just give a couple thank yous. Obviously, to my co-host Drew, who is a real inspiration. He really pushes things along when I need him to.
And my co-host Nick, who keeps me grounded because I'm always too optimistic and ready to make $10 million tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna take it step by step. And also a huge shout out to Craig Bellucci,
Cinnamon,
who killing me with that. Who came in today and honestly, like, without him, I don't know if we would have pulled together the technical aspects of it. So big shout out to Craig. Thank you very much.
And for Joe Rogan's fans, he's our Jamie ×2.
But he's special.
Yeah, very special.
Very special.
Probably has better opinions than Jamie too.
Who knows?
We'll find out one day. He'll be on here.
Oh,
as soon as we can
Craig will be there.
As soon as we can afford that third mic.
Yeah, exactly. When we can afford, wait till we afford a third mic, guys, because then we're bringing them up. We're bringing everyone.
We did get video though. That's impressive.
Well, we'll see. We saw some things happening during that, so we might have been a little screwed.
Shit.
But we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. Maybe we could do some fancy editing. But yeah, guys. Once again, thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you for listening and giving us some time of your day. And I'm just going to leave you off with a song of the day. Every time that we end a podcast, we want to leave you guys with a song of the day, ideally from an up-and-coming artist. So for today,
dope up-and-coming artist.
Well, of course, someone that we enjoy.
Super dope, especially this first one.
Correct. So for our first ever song of the day, I would like you guys to enjoy our personal friend, Big Ave, and his song, Feel the Fire.
Arroz con Leche, we out.
Until then, see you.
We'll turn the oven on and watch me cook up. Slaws on my line, gotta tell them that I'm booked up. Groupies over moolah, where the fuck they do that? Never in the 9, better recognize where you at. Look, scrap, I can tell by how you scratch that you snorting all the product, never bringing bread back. Thought you had a buzz, nigga, that's just a drug. And juice had you leaning like a fat bitch hugs. Green caddy, cruising down the 9. Trail red bone in the passenger side. She could've been the Bonnie to my Clyde. She said, I need a thug, you just a nigga on your grind. Fat nigga from the burbs, never had to pop heat. But this grind that I'm on still makes me a G. Loud packs of the headband, had it for cheap. But I swear I love this rap shit more than the streets. Now this mic is my main bitch, and it's kinda scary how she never got a problem menaging with Mary. Half-ass rappers, never in my vision. New gold caddy, man, they swear a nigga pimpin'. The bully back, and he got you niggas flinching. And he don't really care if you lames fuck with him.
One time for the south side, you know they see us winning.
One time for the south side, you know they see us winning.
Delicious.